What was that sound? Well, hello, my first grade friends, and welcome back to Library Class with Mr. S. We have been reading My Big Fat Zombie Goldfish, and in the story we learn that there is a boy named Tom who has a brother named Mark, and Mark is not very nice to him. He calls him terrible names, and pushes him, and shoves him, and does mean things to him, and he's doing an experiment on this poor little goldfish. He has a science project he has to do about pollution, so he got a goldfish and a fish bowl, and he mixed up his own formula of toxic sludge and poured it in there with the goldfish. So we're going to pick up on Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is called Fish 911. Everybody knows that 911 is the number for emergencies, right? That you only call that number when there's a real bad problem happening. So I wonder what the problem's going to be in Chapter 3. I did more than touch it. I reached into the bowl and scooped it up with my fingers and ran to the bathroom. "Come on, fish, hang on, you'll be okay now," I muttered as I ran. The fish was covered in the green gunk, and it was flapping about in my hands. At least it was still moving, but it wouldn't last long all gunked up like this. I tried to hold it in one hand while I turned on the tap, and I tried to wash it, but I could feel it wriggling through my fingers. Then slurp, it flipped out of my hand and landed in the toilet. Splash! I dropped down next to the bowl. The fish kind of bobbed around and swished its tail, but then it went still and leaned over. Our other goldfish all did that leaning thing too, just before they went belly up and died. I raced to my bedroom to get my walkie-talkie. "Tom to Pradeep! Come in, Pradeep! Over!" I said. "Shh, Roger," Pradeep answered. "I mean Roger Tom, or Tom Roger. Anyway, I'm here. Over!" "Pradeep, it's a code red," I shouted. "Over, quick!" We have this code of important stuff we both agree on when we were back in first grade. Yellow is stuff like girls are nearby. Blue is stuff like there's a dog digging up the gross food from our lunch boxes that we buried. Orange is stuff like there's a teacher/parent coming. Red is the most important stuff you can imagine, like aliens are invading the neighborhood, or escaped elephants are trampling the playground, or somebody is murdering a goldfish. If you're trying to figure out the system, it's not like traffic lights or anything. It's the color of jelly beans from least good to best. "I'll be there on the double," Pradeep said, and hung up. I was still staring at the leaning fish in the toilet when Pradeep ran up the stairs. "I'm here," I called. "What's up?" he asked. I pointed to the fish. Pradeep bent down and looked closely at it. "Did you go to a fair?" he asked. "No, it's Mark's," I said. "Part of his evil scientist plan to murder a goldfish with green evil scientist stuff." We leaned over the toilet bowl and stared at the fish again. "Did you learn anything on your Cub Scout first aid day that could help him?" I asked hopefully. "We didn't do goldfish," he said. The fish tilted to one side, then the other, then onto his back. "Oh no, he's going belly up," I shouted. I reached into the toilet and turned the fish right side up, but he just floated upside down again when I let go. "Pradeep, we need to do something, quick! I told him he'd be okay. He's counting on me." "It needs CPR," Pradeep said. "On a person, you would press on their chest and count, or you would shock them with those battery packs attached to paddles that they have in hospitals. I saw it on TV." "Well, wait, we have batteries," I said. I ran into my room and took the battery out of my alarm clock. Then I raced back to see Pradeep laying the fish on a shelf near the sink. I put the opened end of the battery on him and flip! The fish jerked. I looked at Pradeep and I did it again. Flip, flop! This time the fish started wriggling like it did when I first grabbed it out of the bowl. We quickly filled up the sink and dropped the fish in. And it started swimming around. "We did it," I said. Pradeep and I did our secret celebration high five. 2 slaps up, 2 down, elbow bumps, knees, fist bumps, left, right, then we rock, said at the same time as we bumped fists in the middle. "You shocked him back to life," said Pradeep. "Like Frankenstein in that movie. Hey, let's call him Frankie, after the monster." "Hello, Frankie," I said, tapping the side of the sink. He stopped swimming and slowly turned around. And that's when I swear he looked me right in the eye and winked. And that's the end of chapter 3. Oh my goodness. So, I guess the fish died, but they brought it back to life with a battery, and now it seems to know it. That was pretty crazy, boys and girls. Chapter 4 is called Frankenfish, and we're going to take a look at that tomorrow. So leave me a comment on my Google Classroom page and tell me what you thought of Chapter 3. And don't forget to click the Turned In button when you're done looking at this video. Hey, who knows what Chapter 4 is going to be all about? We'll have to check in tomorrow and see. I will see you then.